I always loved Ted. Ted's a cool guy. And I remember the Book of Eli, and I remember all those other movies him and I went and saw. And I think Book of Eli was a double feature night, as we went and saw that other one with those demented angels or whatever in that diner. I think the world of Ted. Always have and always will, even when he and I had like a mini falling out. Never changed a goddamn thing, and I am the one that told him that his girlfriend had fucked him over. Now back to the current situation, if I may. I told Selena countless occasions she was free to go. I never tried to stop her when she hit the bricks. Don't you ever tell me that I've been rejected, because that is point blank false. She kept coming back. And I kept taking her back. Every time she said, release me, I said, hey, you know what? The door swings both ways. You want to go, go. Never did I try to keep her here, so don't try this reverse fatal attraction. Oh, you never let me go, so I'm going to show you how it feels, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. And you know, when it came to Cheryl, I kept getting messages encouraging for that to continue, because she wanted control. She had said she had bought my personality. She wanted to be me. And I've amply proven that that is the case and that I am not Stan. But again, we're going to do this little dance, right? So let's do it properly. She said she bought my personality. She said she bought who I was, which makes sense because I had complained to my aunt for concocting this BS to begin with. So she wanted to find somebody that would validate her ego and tell her she did a good job. This being a co-production with my father. And away we went, and the minute I got there, she jumped all over me, wanted to fucking dominate me, because she wanted to do the little personality Freaky Friday switch. And I always told Cheryl, and she said, you won't make it without me. And I said, you know what, who cares? I'm not going to keep you here. See, later she called that manipulation, but I said, bottom line is this. You want to go, and if you think you're going to be happier elsewhere, then go. And for the life of me, I couldn't get a job anywhere else. Anywhere, as a matter of fact. Now, I know Kelly had something to do with that very fact. Because if I would have found success at that particular point in time, she'd have picked me up in a second and ditched Kelly, and he knows it. He says my wife is very dangerous. I say she doesn't know how to process her emotions properly. Much like her lovely daughter. And she's worried about getting cheated on, because she's paranoid and thinking I'm doing the same thing that she's doing, and she's lying about it. And she's thinking I'm trying to sneak one over on her, thinking that I already know what she's doing, which basically I do. Fuck, I'm getting exhausted just talking about this shit. So what else am I to say? She's fucking guys that even if I wanted to hit, see, that's a guy, according to the guy on fucking The Departed, that I can't hit. True point of fact, if he was any other guy, I would hit him. Whether he fucking likes it or not. But knowing that he is who he is, and knowing that I don't want to start trouble with that particular group of people, and he knows that too, because he knows I'm not stupid. Begrudgingly, whether he wants to admit that or not, but he knows that, and perhaps he's the one that got on here and said, "Seal genius the other day, whatever." Good for you, finally realizing what realistic reality, realism actually is. Doesn't change the fact that bottom line is this, and let me be abundantly clear on this one issue. If I had a real shot at a real job, if I had a real shot at a fucking genuine school, like a realistic getting my master's in psychology or something like that, something that I could sink my fucking teeth into, I'd get it done first try. Like Desiree said before, all he wanted was one shot, and you wouldn't even give him that. And it scares you to think that I might rise above the box that you put me in, because I might not be readily available for your bullshit anymore. And that's what all this is about. Your needs, your wants, and not mine. You are selfish, you are self-centered fucking people. And I fucking had enough. You want to fight? The line forks to the left. I don't give a flying fuck anymore. She wants to be honest and upfront with me and upfront with herself. She knows she's got feelings for me. She knows that she has a hard time dealing with those feelings. Because love and anger and things to that nature are things that do not come easily for somebody with her type of personality. So usually they come out in other ways. Needless to say, I'm about done with the rest of this fucking BS and the false guilt trips and the made to feel like I'm somebody that I'm not. You want to talk about those women up here? Let's talk about those fucking women up here. Let's talk about it. It was always one date. I made a move. It was awkward. Whatever. It didn't happen. Case closed. But I've lost track of all of them. I'm not the one that picked this up and wanted to dance one more time. I'm not the one that continues to hold on to old past bullshit without letting them go. And the inability to process emotions and to call it a day. And to not keep running with anger from 10 to 12 years ago. And you know, to a certain extent, one might say that I am, but I feel like my anger and your anger are a little bit different. Because I got raped and irrevocably fucked with over a false premise where you were the ones that were pulling the trigger, laughing and making up a bunch of shit that just was not true. Pulling a bunch of shit off my phone, saying that it was irrevocable proof. Everybody has those urges, those impulses. It's called the shadow self. Dr. Carl Jung, you should read the book. Read something besides the funny papers. If we were all jailed for a passing thought in our head, then we would all be. But this all boils down to me wanting to get my father off the other end of the phone, saying something that wasn't going to actually happen, never matched my disposition. However, we're all just going to ignore that and run like cowboys and go, yee-haw! And then have a lot of coercive BS and a lot of grooming and the rest of the bullshit. And let's not talk about the other things that happen at the mission, shall we? And yet they continue to try to stick their fucking noses where they don't belong. You know, those type of places are a perfect breeding ground for human trafficking. And it happens there all the time. People with gifts get sold, things to that nature, harvested, whatnot. And who profits from human trafficking? The Russian mob, other mafioso organizations, and shit to that nature. But we're not going to go there today now, are we, motherfuckers? My little fuckers. You know, you sit there under the fucking protection of criminality, and you dare to judge me. You sit there under the protection of what would be the mob. Hiding like children. And you dare to judge me. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king and the queen of hypocrisy. The end.